Gasner.
Here.
Janine Mojic. Here. Jerry Jericho.
Here. Okay, on correspondence, I see we have the Tri-County Borough on there, which is March 21st, California Men's Club. Animal control reports in our folder. Same with the fire department, Mackin and zoning. We have all of those in our reports. Anyone have anything to respond to any of those correspondence at this time?
Just animal control, next week I'd like to go into executive session on that, please.
Reminder for next week, and we'll do that.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay. Anyone else on anything there?
I'm sorry, also, the zoning will also need to be executive session next week.
Zoning will?
Yes.
Okay, we'll discuss that. I don't know what you mean by that one. Okay. I'll try again. Anyone else got anything? Okay. Discussion items. The first thing, actually we're going to act on this evening is selecting a person to fill vacancy on council. We only had one applicant for that, so it made it pretty easy, in my opinion. And Mark Walterisi, did you didn't pull your name, did you?
I thought about it. I wouldn't do that to you, Jared.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have a vote on that. It's for us. Right?
We just have,
I could, but
just have a motion for resolution to appoint.
yeah. Okay. Can I have a motion to appoint?
Motion.
A second, please. Have a second. Okay, can I have a vote, roll call by vote by name?
Jody Chupler.
Mark.
Heidi Kramer.
Mark.
Nancy Ellis.
Mark.
Mark Gasner.
Mark.
Jerry Jericho.
Mark Walterisi.
Janine Mojic.
Mark.
Okay, Mark,
Swear him in.
come up here and take a seat.
We need to leave your speech.
No.
Yeah, Bruno did that too. Yeah, there's nothing else in there, Paul. But that's not mine. That's not mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't see
You go, baby.
My house?
Thanks.
You around? You already finished?
I did.
They were just about out my left. Everybody finished cleaning up.
Taylor, I'll take a picture of you if you take a picture of me. Take a picture. Right here.
Where you going, Judge?
Jerk ball, where do you want?
For you.
Where do you want?
Right there's fine.
Okay.
Please raise your right hand. Say aye, you state your name.
I'm Mark Walterisi. I'm Mark Walterisi.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth.
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth.
That I will discharge the duties
That will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as Councilman of the Borough of Charleroi
as Councilman of the Borough of Charleroi
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
That I have not paid or contributed,
Have not paid or contributed
or promised to pay or contribute,
or promised to pay or contribute,
either directly or indirectly,
either directly or indirectly,
any money
any money
or other valuable thing
or other valuable things
to procure my appointment,
to procure my appointment,
except for the necessary
except for the necessary
and proper expenses
proper expenses
authorized by law.
authorized by law.
That I have not knowingly
I have not knowingly
violated any law of this Commonwealth,
violated any law of this Commonwealth,
and I will not knowingly receive,
and I will not knowingly receive,
directly or indirectly,
directly or indirectly,
any money
any money
or other valuable thing
or other valuable thing
for the performance
for performance
or non-performance
or non-performance
of any act
of any act
pertaining to my office
pertaining to my office
other than the compensation allowed by law.
other than the compensation allowed by law.
Welcome aboard. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
why you gotta hide your own name for your.
I do have one that just says council.
Your own
She's part.
Oh, look at that. Thank you. See, that's why she's a great secretary, but she's prepared and ready.
She's stuck it out of mothballs.
Hey, that's good enough.
How long have you been gone?
5 years?
After 20?
We kept it.
That's right.
No, I
Well, 4, the year I was stepping for John.
Welcome, I'll be quiet, we don't need a speech, we gotta go on this meeting.
Yes, ma'am. I got my glasses.
All right, we're going to change the discussion items a little bit here. You want to start that out, help me on that?
Yeah, Mr. President, I'm requesting, first, Michael Foreman is here from DCE, joined us tonight to discuss the early intervention program, just for the benefit of the public and for the minute records. We met in executive session prior to tonight's meeting to discuss the borough's award of a contract for a vendor. And tonight I'm asking for a motion, second and approval of resolution number 2019-1, which is a resolution of the council of the borough of Charleroi, authorizing agreement with B. Martinac Planning and Consulting for consulting services involved with the completion of an early intervention program plan and a cost not to exceed 10% of the total project cost, subject to certain stipulations, is worked out with the Department of Community and Economic Development. So I do have a copy of the resolution for council's consideration. I can read it, but that's the purpose of the resolution.
Can we have a motion on that?
Motion. Second?
Okay, just for you, Mark, do you feel comfortable voting on this? Or,
I did. I motioned, she said.
I'm glad you asked that question. I think I'm in favor, but yeah, I'm probably going to abstain simply because I haven't had a chance to research it. I have nothing against it, and I'm not abstaining for that reason. I just don't think it'd be proper for me to vote one way or the other without actually knowing exactly what I'm voting on.
we normally don't vote at tonight's meeting, but we're moving along. We normally would have waited until next week, but our solicitor said do it this week, so he hasn't had no time to even discuss it.
Understood.
Yeah.
He was just sworn in a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't read it by now.
Okay, can we have a roll call vote?
Mark Henry,
Abstain.
Jody Chadwick. Yes. Heidi Kramer,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis. Yes. Mark Gassner,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Jenny Matei.
Yes.
Thanks again for everything, Michael. Appreciate it. Thanks for walking the field, Sasha.
If you want to stay after this, you can, if not. I said if you want to stay, you can, or when she gets the paperwork with you, I guess.
Run for the hills.
Where do you come
I'll be back. Pardon me?
Where are you coming from?
Well, I'm sure the fire department does fish tanning. Something to do with it.
That's good.
That's all you need, right? Okay? All right.
Thank you, Mr. Foreman.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Foreman. The second thing is PSAB Annual Conference. That's why I asked you to put on I asked Roberta if she would like to go to that. I would encourage her to go to that. We need to start getting more involved in some of these banquets and conferences, so we can learn a little more than we do sitting here. Do we have any numbers on what it would cost?
Yeah, it's right around that.
Oh, okay, I did.
For if I register for the full package, it will be $275. And there's, the prices go down on the left-hand That's as long as I register before May 1st.
Where is the conference at, Mr. Rivera?
First.
Shake her, yeah, always.
They would say Springs Conference.
Well, I don't know if everyone- Is anyone else interested in going to that?
That's
It's
right.
made June.
June 9th to 12th.
You're right, I'm thinking of that.
Jared had originally stated that he would like everybody to go.
And I told her to see if we can find some money there for that. We've always had money for conferences and stuff like that, and we never used it. No one ever wanted to go. So I believe we actually took it out of the line item, didn't we? So,
Jerry, can I make one additional suggestion? I want to talk to Jack Lauer, and I'll get you his phone number. Jack was president of PSAB for a couple of years. And he's still involved with Tri-Counties West, he's in West Brownsville. He's been extremely involved, probably the most locally involved person over the last 5 to 10 years. So, that way, I know there's various conferences going on. We'll get you over with him, he could maybe talk about what one sends you there for. He'd probably be able to suggest the best ones for you to go to also.
well, if you read on, there's a lot of good things on here, and that's why I thought it would be good.
Right, but he'll be able to tell, he knows for sure what's the best thing. Plus, since he's been out there, he can help her more with contacts than anybody. So I definitely want to get her together with him so he can help introduce her to some people out there, help open some doors.
No problem.
And
You
I'll
don't
call
have,
Jack.
you don't have to answer now. You have to think about it, because I know I have to look at my calendar and stuff.
Yeah, I have to do it by May 1st.
Well, that's when it has to be deadline.
Yeah, because you save money
Yeah.
That was my next
prior
question.
to that.
Jerry, the only thing is we have to approve the hotel expense too, because that price she's giving is just for the conference. not
Right,
the hotel.
right.
So we have to make sure we approve that also.
Right.
Well, if more than one go and the borough pays those fees, the hotel will be on you,
Right,
correct?
it should be, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what,
I agree.
so, yeah.
But Roberta's hotel, we're paying.
Yes.
That's right, okay.
Yeah, we'll pay for ours.
Okay, that's good.
Anyone else wants to go, we'll pay for the cost of the class, but if you're staying, well, you would stay. You're gonna have to pay on your own to stay. Anyone else have anything on that? Any questions? All right, MMVTA commitment resolution.
That's next, so it's been, it's the 2019, 2020 fiscal year, where we match the funds.
Right. Matching funds. Okay, so we're gonna put that, anyone have any questions or anything to add to that? If not, will it just be on the agenda for next week?
What's the amount now?
66,
66, yeah.
you're too far. Keep going,
It's after
keep
the
going. That one,
next page.
keep going.
That's where it was.
There you
There
go.
we go.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry, I was not looking at these in advance, it kind of gets me off where I'm going.
I was late myself.
At least had a good reason.
I was worked.
You never
So
have
was I.
a reason.
All right, no one else have anything on that? Maintenance service agreement with Crystalline Crystalline Technology. That is for,
That's for the cameras and, the system down there.
do we have a cost on that?
3321.
Yeah, 2153.
Do you have any questions? What's that?
Are the police okay with this system?
That's why I wanted to, I mean,
With Crystalline, yeah, with Crystalline, it's not Crystalline that their concerns are with, it's the IT guy that their concerns are with.
so this is the warranty people more than anything,
Yeah.
right?
So this is,
Right.
okay, so it's the IT that they,
Yeah,
because I knew there was an issue somewhere.
Yeah, that was what it was, the IT.
We'll check into that further, I didn't know that one was gonna be on there. We'll talk to the chief and stuff. Anyone else have anything to add to that one? Accessible application for 225 Washington Avenue. I'm assuming that's been checked by Tony?
That was fine. The
That-
the next one is a problem, though.
Okay, explain the problem.
There's already 2 accessible parking places there. Oh, yeah.
You're right.
For the Russian Club?
Yeah, so putting 2 more, because they want 2 down there for business, that's gonna be 4.
I talked to him personally, and I told him 2's definitely not gonna happen. But he wants to put it on the side.
Yeah, on
That's
the
what I was
side.
gonna say.
He has a drawing on here.
Right, yeah. I talked to him personally,
And
and
this is 11th Street.
I said I didn't see a
Where the
problem
metal
being on the
building.
side, but if he wanted to put it on the front, I didn't think that would fly. That would
Yeah,
cause
but why,
us.
yeah, we could put them on the side. You could put
Right.
both of them on the side of the building.
Well, I don't know. if-
Where are the 2 that are supposed to be there? Because he wants it on 11th Street.
Right, but there is none right out front of his place.
There's, on that road though, right there, there's 2
Down the street.
accessible,
Between
but
10
not
and
on the
11.
side road.
It's not for the Russian Club. The 2 that are there aren't the Russian Club.
Yeah, he doesn't want it on McCain, he
Right.
wants it on 11th.
Right.
That's
Right,
what
on the
he
alley
said.
next to the building.
Well, I think at first he wanted it on McCain.
I'm sure.
And then when that was brought to him, and then I explained the situation to him, I said, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, because he told me that he wanted it between the back of Dr. Desai's
He does
building
now, right.
and the side of the Russian Club.
Yeah. That's
So
where
we're
he
just
wanted it
gonna
originally.
line
I told him 1. I said I don't, because there's not enough parking there anyway. Anyone else have a problem with that? We're just gonna go with the 1? Okay.
Yeah, just, I would say.
And then the other 2 are fine.
All right, accessible parking, 510 Lincoln Avenue and 827 Oakland Avenue. They've both been checked.
Yes.
They're both paid per road, or just one's paid?
Neither one says paid.
Yeah,
it
I'm
doesn't say
fine.
paid.
Yeah, they just,
One is
Oh, on the
applied
application.
for paid,
yeah, they both do.
Which one's paid? Both
the
of them?
510. Oh, and also the 827.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
1024 also.
Well, those are the business, and that's.
Yeah.
Do we charge the businesses for that?
No.
I was gonna say, I
Does
didn't-
anyone
because we
park?
never
Anyone can
charge.
still park
I
there.
don't know why he would have wanted.
Yeah, the
to-
doctors can park there if they
Yeah.
want.
Right.
Pays for it, it's gonna be a restriction.
Right.
Stall,
Right.
They have to have a tag number.
If they pay
in
their
their
fee.
vehicle.
Right. The number, right.
He never mentioned that about paying for it. Because
You
don't
probably
forget,
didn't
they're in the
think
evening,
about
yeah,
it.
they're more in the evening than the doctors are more in the day.
They probably figured if they pay, they'd get it faster.
So is the, I'm sorry, but the Russian Club one, is that just a regular one, or is that an accessible also? It doesn't say accessible, so I
No,
want to make sure.
it's.
I'm hearing 2 different things, I want to make sure I'm understanding.
No, it's accessible.
Okay,
because
it doesn't say that on there, that's why I want to make sure. It just says business parking application on the,
They have,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
They want accessible parking,
okay.
but actually it does.
In the application, I'm looking right over here, though. The other,
Oh,
the other
okay.
ones all say accessible, that one did.
a few
Yeah.
people, a couple have walkers.
That's
couple-
fine, I just want to make sure.
They still make them steps to get up into the building.
So will you.
Street openings at state standards.
Ed asked me to put that on there.
Yes. We need to do something because of the street openings that the gas company performed. We need to update our amendments, how they open the streets, that they must be compacted to a certain standard and re-blacktop.
Don't we already have something in?
It does not spell out the compaction of anything. That's why them all settle real bad up there.
So we have holes everywhere.
Did we have someone come to us from up by me For street
Go to
opening,
like
the last
a PennDOT standard action.
Aren't they supposed to be paying for street openings?
Hmm?
Aren't they supposed to pay? us
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
open
saying,
streets?
someone
Is
went
that
halfway out in the
Yeah,
middle.
I bill them every time there's a new opening.
Okay, I was just curious.
Have they been paying okay? They're all,
Yes.
I'll talk to you after about that one.
Thank you, Mayor.
You just gonna discuss it then?
We'll discuss.
Well, we can get them standards off of our engineer, right? All right, code enforcement section?
Yes, Jerry, Mr. Chairman, that item will have to go into executive session. Do you want to do that tonight, or do you want to do that next week?
Don't you throw something like that?
You're gonna be, you gotta leave, right?
I have to go to the Legion meeting, but if you want to discuss it tonight, we will discuss it tonight. I didn't know if you wanted to do executive session items tonight or not, but I wanted to get that on there.
We'll discuss that one also, yeah. If we have to, we can go into executive next week on it. But I think we could probably resolve it before then. Oh, yeah, okay, actually, I forgot about that. Walt, where are you at? I forgot you had to leave. Go ahead, come on up front and say what you gotta say.
The first thing, the Legion never canceled the meal. The auxiliary is not cooking. We already have people cooking. So we never canceled.
Okay.
Then we just got a phone call from Elena, she was doing the same, they weren't cooking.
Okay, so it's not the auxiliary, it will be the actual Legionnaires
Yeah.
that will be doing the cooking for the government day.
And, there was a question that was brought to my attention, that one year they did run out of food. I know exactly what happened that time.
Well, I think I figured some of that out too, and I discussed it with a couple folks.
Yeah, okay.
And-
Yeah, or whatever, didn't know what happened. Alright, so I'll see you all then.
Okay, you're taking care of the food,
Yeah.
everything, the plates and all that, or
Right, everything.
what
yeah.
can we help with? What will you need?
Do you need a cake? Do you need the sheet cake?
Yeah, that's the other thing, that gentleman looking at me gave one, but I'm not sure about the sheet cake for dessert.
Yeah, they were looking for a sheet cake. Maybe Christina. You could probably
Would the
pay for
borough,
that.
would the borough want to make can we have a motion that the borough donate a sheet cake to the luncheon? There are some of us on council that are donating to the luncheon. We're taking it out of our own pot.
Nancy Mark's gonna help me cook some chicken and stuff. There's gonna be chicken, and barbecue, salad, maybe Tony.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Stephen's doing
Yeah.
pizza.
Okay.
So, plenty of food.
I'll just donate, I'll pay for the cake. I'll just get a half a sheet cake, a whole sheet cake?
We probably need a whole sheet
Yeah.
cake.
You can call Chris
Yeah.
and find out.
I would say a whole Jerry.
Yeah.
Because
Probably
you-
better with the whole one, yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
A whole one?
She can even do a cupcake cake.
Yeah, whatever.
Love is donating all the pop and stuff for the kids. There's water coming to everybody wants water. And coffee, tea there. Time of the meeting exactly at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, that's all, I just wanted it on record that, you
Yeah.
know, I didn't want it to be he said, she said this. I wanted to hear it, and I appreciate you.
Right now, Mr. Beatty agreed to get a speaker.
Okay.
I told him to limit to about 10 minutes. So we have a time table, it's going to the
He
bus.
gets a little long-winded, you know.
Yeah.
Don't give him any wine, we'll be okay.
They gave me no alcohol there.
He did pretty good last week. He spoke at our men's club last week. He did actually, he limited himself pretty well. Him and Tracy both spoke. They did. Yeah, they did.
Okay, thank you all.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
How about if you at least split the cost of a whole sheet?
I don't have a problem with that.
Roberta's gonna talk to Chrissy Christina's Cakes,
Yeah.
and then she can call you and give you the
Yeah, well, I
cost.
got,
We'll talk to Elaine about the
I got
trees.
it.
I'll give Elaine a call about the trees.
Well, you have to call me and tell me.
All right. I mean, that's a while off anyway, but yeah.
I don't like to
I'll
have
talk
to save
Elaine.
up for that.
Thanks,
That's
Dave.
fine, David.
Thank you.
Thank you. What are you running for, Dave? Besides the door.
City limits Sunday, city limits.
All righty. 13th Street. We got problems with 13th Street. Anybody been on it lately? It's going, sliding over the hillside. We don't, I mean, to have it done properly and professionally would cost thousands of dollars. We don't have that. It would be like $25,000 to have an engineer come in there and do everything, drill it, and then tell us what it needs. It is getting longer, more than wider right now. I know Janine wants to close it right now. I want to try to keep it open as long as possible.
I want it closed for safety issues.
Did we
It
put
is a safety
the
issue.
stop signs up and?
Yeah.
No.
No, there aren't stop
No.
signs up as of the
It's-
other day.
it's-
no.
Because I know
One
that's-
lane.
That's what they said in that report that we should.
That we should do that.
And
I
I
go-
thought they were told to do it, actually.
I'm there every day, and I spoke to TJ in Roberta's office yesterday, you were there. And they seem to agree that it just needs shut down. It's a narrow one lane. A truck cannot get up there, a fire truck's not
What
getting
about
up there.
the snowplow? Is it kind of really?
Yeah, it's getting through, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not that
it's
narrow, yeah.
tight.
When I spoke with TJ, he did state that, you know, there was the option of this report, and he said then that he felt the safest and cheapest way to do it would be to shut the street
See,
down.
I don't know if we can dig farther to into the bank and swoop out the bank a little bit
But that's their
and
property.
put barriers. No, it's not. We got a drain there and everything. If we could go over and scoop over a little bit and put concrete barriers, but if everyone wants that, hey, I'm one vote. Whatever everyone wants to do, we'll do, but I'm only one vote here. So, has everyone seen it?
My suggestion would be to go look at it, get out of your car, look at it. That's what I finally did, but when I saw
Oh, no, I saw
TJ, when I saw TJ and the gentleman with TJ, TJ's not tall in stature, but the other guy was, and they looked so tiny in that hole. I was like, oh damn, it's bad.
Jerry, don't you think at least until you plan out for sure for safety, maybe it should be closed and we can look
I'd
into
say
it?
shut this street.
Well, I'm saying if we close it temporarily, I mean, we can't just use tape and cones, they'll
No.
move.
No,
So,
He
but
said
TJ said
barriers.
the concrete barrier they could place there.
but they don't have them. What he told me he could do is he could actually dig holes and put posts with guardrails across that would be our cheapest.
Yeah, he did say that yesterday too.
Um,
But if we want to ultimately fix the road, is it smart to put more holes? You know what I mean?
We'll fix that, you're gonna film it anyway. You don't need them that deep, it's only gonna be the guardrail there to stop cars from going, because if you just use cones, they don't listen.
Oh,
They don't
no.
listen to police cars, they're not gonna listen to a
No.
cone.
If
And
it's
if
that,
there's a fire or something, is there access for you guys to get through?
I don't think those are right there.
No, but I'm saying,
Well,
like,
but-
if you
Oh, yeah,
had
we
to
could.
get somehow in there,
You gotta come in Shady Avenue, I don't even think
Come
you can
across
get
the
the
But
truck.
would you even attempt to bring a truck up there right now?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
No.
and by the same token, if it's, that bad, I mean, the street department trucks with all the salt going up, you don't want them going up either, because
Right.
it's the same problem.
lot of weight, yeah.
Right.
so
But
just
there,
shut it
I
down,
mean,
as long as you guys can get up in
through
that
there
area.
on Shady then. I did Shady, right?
Meadow?
Meadows better not pass 9th Street, but Shady open.
I'm just saying, that's like a big S there. I didn't know you could get a truck through there or
That's
not.
tough.
The way them people park up there, you're not getting through on
You
Bobby.
get some license down there, sometimes the Belgian club, got their trucks parked out on it, they stick out on the road, so you gotta stop, actually stop and get around them. And then when you go up there, was it 10th and Gar, where you can make a dog leg?
Right.
Or sometimes you can't get through there, because, I mean, mirrors of the trucks are sticking out. So you have to drop down to maybe Lower Meadow, go out there, it
Go
could
like
be
that
a
way.
night, it takes some time. And Oakland Avenue's tight up, between, up around, where the wall is, between, 8th and 10th Street, there, people aren't parking right, or the guardrails on one side, and you drop down the other way, and it's.
As long as you think you can get by up there, you know, you
Yeah, we'll get by.
I mean, have your
It'll
people
It'll just
look
take a
at it.
little longer.
Yeah, Matt, go up there tomorrow, make sure you check that over so you have a pre-plan.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
we
if we
get
have
through it,
to,
it just
you
takes a
know,
little bit longer.
tell people, you know, listen.
We do use meadow there, people, we go out meadow, we can back meadow the wrong way most of the time, it's pressure.
Yeah, this is true. I fight people on my street.
We use meadow, we go out one way, come back one way, wrong way.
Well,
Sometimes I burn off.
is everybody in favor of closing it then? I mean, I don't think we really have to vote on it. It's a decision we could just make, right? So,
I am.
as long as everybody's in favor of
Oh, I
it.
think we need to shut it down.
All right,
I think you should still vote on it as a matter of record, though, Jerry.
All in favor?
I mean, it's just.
all in favor, everyone all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Think there's any emergency funding out there you guys can try to get? Has to be from all this rain.
Well,
Well,
actually,
I've been, like I said, I've been in a lot of streets in this area. There's a lot of streets caving in. And that seems to be what they're doing. They're either closing them or putting barriers up and stop signs. Nobody's fixing them. I was in Union Township yesterday and there's 3 roads I was on had areas falling off, and that's all they did was put stop signs up.
The old 71, the beer fell off the barrel.
actually, I spoke with a gentleman last Saturday, and he's aware of the problem. And he had said that he was gonna look into some funding of where we can get from the state, from federal, from PennDOT, whomever. So he is already looking into that.
Anyone else have anything on it? Okay, road's closed. We'll notify, road crew in the morning, tell them to do something, if they can't do nothing permanent right now, at least make an effort until next week. I mean, tomorrow's Thursday already.
Do we need to advertise it? Roads closed or?
Yeah, what are we doing?
No, we'll tell 911, we've got to notify 911, we'll notify them,
Taylor, you
I'll
can put it in your
notify
store.
Eric, and he can.
notify 911. Bobby, should we do that in writing to 911 or just notify them by calling?
It just calls, you don't do nothing,
Okay.
really.
Bobby, go to work and tell him, you 911.
Yeah, not for too much longer.
Okay, we notified you.
We notified you.
Okay.
Okay. Discuss having utilities, ambulance, fire, police notify borough of any code violations. Okay, who asked for that on
That was
that?
me.
Okay.
After the fire at 118 Fallowfield the other day, I just think it would, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if the utility companies can go along with it, or if they can go along with it. But I know the police have already been asked that if they, see a house where, like, up on, what was that, there by Crest Avenue parking lot. After we found out that those doors were wide open and there were kids in there, we asked Eric if he would let the police know that when they run across these buildings, to let us know, so that we can make sure that the doors get locked or, that it's taken care of, because you don't know, whether buildings are open or whatever. And, if the fire department gets called in on calls, and the same with the ambulance. Like, if the ambulance people might have said something, I don't know if they did, and it just never made it back to us, I don't know. But
Jody, the easiest one's gonna be the water company, they've done it for us in the past, and that's
that
what
was-
that's what I'm
they
excited.
that was 2014 that water was shut
Yeah,
off.
water was shut off.
2014, the bill was paid in full prior to it shut off.
Well, here's my question. So, did he ever apply for an occupancy?
No,
Ever
Right.
no
tried?
occupancy.
Nothing.
So there.
So-
he
We had no
was-
idea that anyone
We
was
had no
living
idea.
there. I know, I did.
He was even in there.
So the owner obviously does not live in this area.
No,
He lives in
he lives
Georgia.
Georgia.
He's been-
It's in your-
Jody, I did
Bought it at
call,
a tax sale.
I get all that, but my question is, did code at any point ever, because
They
it,
cited him $1,000.
okay, but when they cited him, why wouldn't they looking into the fact that there was no water? If there's no water there since 2014, when they went in, they should be
They
able to find.
weren't, they didn't get in the building.
They cite them, but they didn't even know anyone lived there.
Yeah,
They were
They
citing
were
for the
citing-
deplorable property.
yeah.
No one knew that there was
They
someone living
knocked
in that
on
house.
the door for the front house and the back house. They knocked on all the doors. Nobody came, nobody answered. Whether he was there or just didn't answer the door or what.
But that was
Was
just a tenant,
anything-
that wasn't the owner.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, I understand that, but my question is, how can no one, even in that area, if he was trying to get in, no one would have seen, you know, that there was somebody living there? I'm having a hard time wrapping
just
myself
from-
around right now.
Just from my job, I can tell you personally, in the last couple of weeks, I'm knocking on doors, and I have no clue if somebody's living there. The way some of these homes look, I would not live there, but the one that I'm talking about in another borough, nobody should be living in it, but somebody is living in it.
I heard that he told somebody that he was allowed to stay there because he was the caretaker of the property.
And he did a good job.
He couldn't take care of himself, so.
Yeah, I get all that, but, I mean, I'm hearing different things, and I'm just not saying I'm
Now,
running.
Bobby said the ambulance was there every couple of days.
Well, see,
I didn't know that.
that's a problem I have there too. The ambulance has been there a few times, they didn't notify.
Right, you're not notified.
There was 11 oxygen bottles there. You mean the company who put them there don't know that they're not returning these
Matt
things?
has.
I thought you put one, you take one. I mean,
Well, yeah,
isn't that how they do that with
That's the way
oxygen
my mom's
bottles?
was.
And they had 11 of them there. You're telling me they're leaving them on the porch and leaving, not actually going in the house?
And Terry, I think told me, said towards what I said, the guys from McKnight were refusing to go because the place is in such deplorable condition, they didn't want to go into the
We should have been
business.
notified.
But then,
of
yeah,
that.
but why wasn't nobody
I-
notified?
I said, I don't know.
Were
That's a
you
problem.
even, I mean, was the fire department notified of it, or
Of,
of anybody living there?
Right.
Yeah, this is
I
not
did find code
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a second.
I code enforcement 2 times. I spoke to Phil. One was early January, ran medical call down there, and it was on a Saturday morning. The following week, I came over, reported it to him, and probably about 2 weeks ago, my medical called and said they didn't want to go in the property because Ali had his oxygen tubing wrapped around his ears and everything like that. And I told code about that as well. So they were aware something was
So
living there.
code wasn't there.
So then that's my question. I mean, so code was aware of it, and so they knew someone was there. And it'd been easier for them to find out, you know, if they looked into the property. No water
Well,
system.
Phil's been off.
The first time it was Phil.
Phil,
It was
yeah,
Phil.
Phil's been off.
Second
for a
time,
while.
2 weeks ago, I think it was that Chris the younger kid. I think it's it.
Oh,
And how-
Resident, he does.
And how's your hand, Matt?
It's a little bit
So that's a problem.
That's
I
a-
have no
That's
issue with that.
a big issue.
Yeah, it is. Because maybe this could have been prevented.
Absolutely.
For Barbara,
An issue.
Barbara, is the authority notifying you when we shut off water?
Yes, they do,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, but the water hadn't,
If you don't
I
have
mean,
water,
it was
you
notified
can't
back
really-
in
it's a health hazard.
2014.
Right. As far as gas and electric are concerned, I did contact West Penn Power and we're not getting a call.
No, you're not.
You're not getting a call.
They
Because
said
you
they
don't
just
actually
don't-
need it.
Right.
You don't need electric, you don't need gas to sustain.
Right.
That's what the lady said.
I guess my issue is the fact that, you know, Matt's saying it was contacted and there was no follow-up. And I've heard that, I mean, Charlotte Federal called complaining about the shingles from the roof going down. You know, I can't believe that she wouldn't look into any of these things.
That's why code enforcement is on our, on our
List.
radar.
But you're right, the water is, I mean, you don't have to have electric, you don't have to have gas, but the minute there's no water, not paying the water bill, they're done, they're out. It's not a question, it's not a debate.
Well, a lot of it is the absentee landlords that we have.
And when was the water shut off?
2014. But if you're not telling anybody that anybody's there, how do you control that?
Right.
but as Matt said, they were aware that somebody was there. So that's follow-up.
Thank you, Matt.
129 of 2014.
Jeez.
5 years.
And that person's been living there for 5 years, or just kind of on and off? Or
No.
nobody
Yes,
knows?
Judge, I
Because
see
it
that
was
nose
just
up
this
in the air.
January?
But the only thing I don't think we should put the blame on the utilities. I can go off, which I walk in this town, we need a code enforcement, not in the car, on foot, and visit these buildings.
I agree.
And this company, they're not doing the job. I
Thank you,
reported
Your
several
Honor.
incidents to them, and we don't get anywhere.
If they're not
We
gonna
need
listen to
we
the
need an
judge.
aggressive code enforcement.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge,
Thank you.
absolutely, that's what
Thank
we've
you.
got
Thank you.
to,
That's why it's on here, Judge.
yeah, we're looking at changing some things.
I mean, even the garbage all through town right now is ridiculous.
Oh, yes,
It's-
that's it.
It's everywhere. Yes, it's absolutely, I've never remembered ever looking at that.
How about the grass over here and what?
I complained about
All
that
summer, it
in
looked horrible.
August, September.
Tom, you guys should be embarrassed, it's right by your.
It is, I called September, it might have been October, I called, I said, you know what, I know it's done growing, but it still looks like hell.
He, once they finally figured out who it was that owned it and where they were cited $1,000 a day and just blew it off.
The gentleman does everything he can despite us, if you remember when he went in there and started digging,
Yeah.
for no apparent reason at all.
Like he was doing something.
Yeah, like he was doing something and all he did was make it look worse.
We do have a warrant for him on being cited, but he went into the hospital, had knees replaced, he's 80-something years old.
I would say he's pretty old.
And he's had some real health issues, so, you know, we're waiting for him to get a little bit better and.
Please do.
There's a warrant out for arrest since October or November for that 725 Washington, that apartment building down there that's like really ready to collapse. And Jason checked into it. The woman was pulled over for something about her car, the tail light or inspection or something, and by Menneson police, and they didn't bother to arrest him.
Well, you know,
Everyone,
we have a warrant and the police call us, I send a constable to pick them up and bring them before me. But,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
constable's been there, they
Yeah.
claimed, because I keep in touch
who
with
is it,
your,
you know? Oh, yeah, you've been in
Yeah.
touch with us several times.
for that lot, I mean, the Legion tried buying it, he won't sell it, the Elks tried buying it, he won't sell it to them.
We've tried to buy, we did. We tried it for years ago.
Yeah, he's being a stumper.
Well, if he's not the owner, we might as well just give it up.
Yeah, he's not.
Seriously, he ain't gonna do anything with it. Well, that's his money, doesn't give everybody their green.
He got money. All right, folks, we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, take action on earmark $40,000 in CDBG money, also to submit LSA grant for $80,000 for Woodland Park.
Yeah, the last page, I had a meeting with Nathan, and the money that we did last for the parks, this is what they are going to do with it. And then he suggested that we do the 40,000 in CDBG money for next year, and do the 80,000 LSA grant to do all that with Woodland Avenue Park.
And this is the money that we'll be getting in July.
Yeah.
The reason I asked that, there's the DCNR grants are due in April. We can actually, we're able to use CBG money, apply for the DCNR grants,
That was just on the radio.
and then at the same time, we could still apply for the LSA using the CDBG money and the DCNR as an additional grant for the LSA. I don't remember the exact date in April, Donna Holdoff has that, because we're applying for it for down the park, the trustees.
Yeah, it was just on the radio today.
Yeah, we'd actually.
Well, this wouldn't be for this year, this would be for next year.
For 2020.
Right.
Right, I'm saying, but
We already have this project for
but
this
we
year.
could still we can
Still
still
apply for that grant.
apply for
Should
the
still
grant for
apply
this
for
year.
it.
I wanna say that's what we did the last time we went through and repaired everything, the same way we went through this grant. Because everything that he's saying that we did once before, years ago.
No, the only thing with the DCNR, you do have to have a plan of the park, what you want to do. We're using, I apologize, I can't remember the name, Playtime maybe, but who actually came out, he did everything for free for us. He laid out what we're going to do for the park. He broke everything down by everything we're going to do, whether it be the swings, the slides. We're actually, the trustees are actually going to start next week a GoFundMe account online to try and raise money for it. And then we're going to use that money as a match for the DCNR. But he'll do that whole thing, and actually, he even did a video proposal for us to put with our GoFundMe page. I'll get the information for this guy. He's very good. I'm not sure who you're using right now, Roberta. Do you have somebody you're using for the equipment yet?
That was with Nate, he got all
Okay.
that information.
Okay, well, I'll get you the information person. This is the person actually we can purchase the equipment through. And we're all happy with the proposal he gave us. I'll actually forward you the email that has the pictures, the whole breakdown, so you can just see what we're doing as a comparison. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't hurt if we could apply for the one and kind of double up the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
Is that what the Northern's doing? I see they have a nice big sign down there.
They have a nice, yeah.
That was CDBG that they leveraged with LSA funds. They contributed in kind, they did their own demolition.
Yeah, I did that.
That's great.
All right, well, that's a good thing. I have nothing else. Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman, I will have an update next week on the Veterans Day Parade and on the flag committee.
Okay.
And I
Do
would
that on
like
here.
to leave, okay?
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
going over there. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Anyone else have anything to add? Berta, anything we're missing? I have a motion to adjourn.
Public discussion.
Oh, public discussion.
Anybody have anything?
Okay. I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
I love it. All in favor?
Alan.
All in favor. Friday or the next day?
Alan.
How you doing?